I believe in being ready. I believe in being ready. I believe in being ready, for the time is drawing near. Brothers, sisters, please get ready. Brothers, sisters, please get ready. Brothers, sisters, please get ready, for the time is drawing near. Neighbors, siblings, please get ready. Neighbors, siblings, please get ready. Neighbors, siblings, please get ready, for the time is drawing near. There'll be signs and wonders. Oh, there'll be signs and wonders. Oh, there'll be signs and wonders, for the time is drawing near. We'll turn around and just start over. We'll turn around and just start over. We'll turn around and just start over, for the time is drawing near. I believe in being ready. I believe in being ready. I believe in being ready, for the time is drawing near. For the time is drawing near. For the time is drawing near. Testing. Now your ears are in trouble. Good morning and welcome. Come into our house of hope and love, of peace and justice, of wholeness and healing. We welcome the certain and the seeking, the newcomer and the long-timer, all of whom can find a home here at Throop, where we go love the world from the heart of Pasadena. And from the heart of our homes, welcome to those of you on live stream. This morning, our Reverend Tara Landers is not with us, and I have been given permission to tell you she is in Berkeley, California, receiving her Doctor of Ministry degree this afternoon. Which is a wonderful reason for her to be absent, and an even better reason for us to have a longtime friend here with us, Reverend Liz Murphy.
I'll take it.
Yeah, someday, soon to be. Liz is a staff chaplain at the VA hospital in Loma Linda, California. She's also the affiliated community minister at Orange Coast UU in Costa Mesa. And as some of you might remember, Liz served as our intern minister here at Throop from 2019 to 2021. We're always happy to have her back. If you're new to Throop, we would love to stay connected with you. You can fill out the information card that is in the pew in front of you. If you're online, you can sign the online guest book. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Each one of us is a light in the world, and the flame from our chalice symbolizes and reflects that light.
Our time together in worship is intimately connected with our daily lives. As a symbol of that connection, we light our chalice with love, compassion, and justice, with these words from Reverend Pat Uribe Lichty. We come from many places, along different paths, bringing different truths. We come with different histories and different realities, and yet we come together as one people, with faith that we can use our differences to heal ourselves and each other, to bring wholeness to a fractured world. We come seeking to find community, to find acceptance of who we are, In this place, we may find others who are much like us and others who are much different. May our lit chalice remind us that we are a people taught by different stories with many voices, but always one people, working for a world where love creates justice, and justice gives birth to peace. We now light a second candle to honor the people and ancestors whose lands we now occupy. The land under and around Throop is the unceded land of the Gabrielino Tongva Band of Mission Indian people. May this knowledge and awareness lead us into dismantling systems of supremacies and oppressions. We light a third candle symbolizing our watershed, the Arroyo Seco. May their waters continue to nourish life in our communities. We take a moment of silence now, holding all of these in our hearts. May it be so. And let us now rise in body or spirit to sing our opening hymn, number 188, Come, Come Whoever You Are, in your gray hymnal.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Would you please turn to your neighbor and give them a warm welcome?
Thank you. As always, we'll have more time to connect and share after service. It's great to have a hearty welcome as we start worship this morning. We're going to move now into the Promise to Our Planet, one of Throop's long-standing and wonderful rituals that always makes me happy to return here to be able to share in this ritual. So it should be printed in your order of service. We're going to share together the words in our promise. As members of the family of living beings on earth, we are guided by the Unitarian Universalist principle of respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. With hearts filled with love for it, eyes nurtured by its beauty, and minds ruminating on ways to protect its sacred and scarce resources, we promise to nurture the well-being of all life and of the planet itself. May it be so. So once again, it's just so wonderful to be back with you all, to see many of you I haven't seen in some time, and to meet some new faces as well. Welcome, welcome. It's great to be here, to be joining in this moment of worship with you all on this Sunday morning. And on such a special day, I'm so happy for Reverend Tara to be earning her doctorate. That is no small feat. Reverend Dr. Tara, I'm excited when she comes back. We'll have some more letters to add to her name. That's wonderful. She is more than deserved. So let us move now into our responsive reading. The words this morning come from the Reverend Julian Soto. And as Unitarian Universalists, our journey is to transform the big and the small, to transform ourselves and to transform the world. Our communal response to the reading this morning is, may we be transformed. All that we are, together and individually, is part of the abundance of the universe. We are made of stars. We are made of earth. Let us say together, may we be transformed. All that we have comes from the earth, from the labor of those in our communities, the cities, the farms, and the oceans that enliven us, the world and those who live in it. Let us say together, may we be transformed. We are surrounded by blessing, by grace, and by possibilities. We are reflected in every other human being. We respect and honor one another's differences. Let us say together, may we be transformed. We celebrate our interbeing with abundance and with the practice of generosity. Let us say together, may we be transformed. May it be so. I'd like to share now a lesson for all. Our lesson this morning is in the form of this book, The Little Butterfly That Could. It's written and illustrated by Ross Barak. It's a fun and beautiful description of the transformation our butterfly friends go through in their lifetimes. And I think there are some lessons for us sprinkled in there too, honoring our wonderful symbol of the butterfly this month. So if anyone would like to come forward, small, tall, every size is welcome to come sit with me forward as we share this morning's story. Okay. Come on up. Come on. Hi. All right. Okay. Nice. All right. I love your dress. All right. So this is the little butterfly that could. Hey, have you seen a group of migrating butterflies? They went that way. Woohoo! I'm so close. Yeah, only 200 more miles. 200 miles? How am I supposed to travel that far? You fly. Can I take a plane? No. A hot air balloon? No. A blimp? No. Then I'll never make it. Oh, life was so much simpler as a caterpillar. I easily built a chrysalis, patiently waited to become a butterfly, then began my journey with friends to find flowers. But then things got cloudy. When I emerged, I was lost and alone. You'll get there, 1 mile at a time. But what if I get lost again? Or caught in a storm? What if a snake tries to eat me? Or a lizard? Or a bird? Or a dragonfly? Or a frog? Or a spider? Why does everyone think I'm so delicious? It's okay, we all get scared. Even you? You were the biggest creature in the ocean. But the ocean is bigger. Sometimes I get butterflies in my stomach, too. What are you doing? I'll just stay in here with the other butterflies. This is way more spacious than my chrysalis. Anything to eat other than krill? No, I'll just order in. Hello, a bouquet of flowers, please. Extra nectar. The occasion? Oh, I'm just hungry. My address? A whale. Hello? Wait, can't I just live in your stomach forever? No. How about a 1-year lease? No. You have to keep trying. Right, keep trying. 200 miles, no problem. Getting closer. I can smell the flowers. How far did I fly? 2 feet. 2 feet? That's it? All I smell is failure. Don't give up. Keep trying. Right, keep trying. Nothing can stop me. Except the wind. Splat. Right back where I started. I'll never get there. You're just not there yet. Believe you can. Okay, believe you can do it. You were born to fly. I was born to cry. The only thing you have to fear is everything. If at first you don't succeed, stop trying. No, if at first you don't succeed, fly again. Yeah, fly again. Yeah. Go find your way. I got this. Stay on track. Wind at my back, and don't get eaten. Keep trying. Keep flying. Keep trying. I did it! You found your way! You know, there's nothing I can't do when I believe in myself. I could fly 1,000,000 more miles. That's great. Now eat up before we go dormant. What? You know, stay still all winter. Right. Stay still all winter. No problem. How long is winter again? The end. You made it! Yeah. And now let us sing our children out of service. Words are in your order of service.
For you shall go out in joy, for you shall go out in joy, and come back in peace, and shall go out in joy and come back in peace, and come back in peace. Blessed be.
So our pondering this morning isn't quite as fun, but I think it still has some good lessons for us to consider. Our pondering comes from the author Rainer Maria Rilke, the 20th century Austrian poet. Just like our story about the butterflies, it offers us some lessons on the process of becoming and accepting the changes and transformations in our own lives. He writes, "In the great silences of these distances, I am touched by your beautiful anxiety about life, even more than I was in Paris, where everything echoes and fades away differently because of the excessive noise that makes things terrible. Here, where I am surrounded by an enormous landscape, which the winds move across as they come from the seas, here I feel that no one, anywhere, can answer for you those questions and feelings which, in their depths, have a life of their own. For even the most articulate are unable to help, since what words point to is so very delicate, is almost unsayable. But even so, I think that you will not have to remain without a solution if you trust in things that are like the ones my eyes are now resting upon. If you trust in nature, in the small things that hardly anyone sees and that can so suddenly become huge, immeasurable. If you have this love for what is humble and try very simply, as someone who serves, to win the confidence of what seems poor, then everything will become easier for you, more coherent and somehow more reconciling. Not in your conscious mind, perhaps, which stays behind, astonished, but in your innermost awareness, awakeness, and knowledge. You are so young, so much before all beginning, and I would like to beg you, dear sir, as well as I can, to have patience with everything unresolved in your heart, and to try to love the questions themselves, as if they were locked rooms or books written in a foreign language. Don't search for the answers, which cannot be given to you now, because you would not be able to live them. May it be so."
I've played the teacher, the preacher, guru, maintaining postures, separating me and you, as if the thoughts of God were mine and mine to speak. I've listened with an agenda so I could prove all the things I believe to be true, just to hide the fear of being weak. Burn the scorecards, balance out the scales. We are one wind, distracted by our different sails. Underneath what's detectable with eyes, every particle's vibrating with the same light. If we keep running around deciding who's right and wrong, then tell me where are we headed? How can we all belong? Our logic is colliding, constantly dividing me from you. So damn those eager protestations on your tongue. Shut your brain up long enough to hear the lowly hum. Underneath what's detectable with eyes, every particle's vibrating with the one light. Beyond the land of the right, the land of the wrong, along. There's a field waiting for us. All the notions of you, the notions of me, we finally agree don't mean a thing. Burn the scorecards, balance out the scales. We are one wind distracted by our different sails. Damn those eager protestations on your tongue. Shut your brain up long enough to hear the lowly hum. Underneath what's detectable with eyes, every particle's vibrating with the one life.
Thank you, Malcolm. This church is our church, and we support it through our gifts of time, of talent, and of treasure. You can give online. The link is in the order of worship if you're here in the room. You can also place a donation in our offering plate. If you'd like your donation to count towards your annual pledge, please use the green envelope and write your name on it. And if you're a first-time visitor, please let our offering plate pass you by. Thank you for supporting our life together. The offering will now be gratefully received.
Once when my heart was passion-free to learn of things divine, the soul of nature suddenly outpoured itself in mine. I held the secrets of the deep and of the heavens above. I knew the harmonies of sleep, the mysteries of love. And for a moment's interval, the earth, the sky, the sea, my soul encompassed each and all as they encompassed me.
Thank you, Marissa and Malcolm. In a spirit of gratitude, we lift up our thanks to those supporting our worship today. Taryn, who is both in the choir and set up our live stream operation. Barbara, who is running the offering plate back and helping with coffee setup. And Malcolm for all of our music. Villery for administrative support. Faith up with the children's program. And especially for our guest, Liz Murphy. As we give thanks for this offering, all the ways we support our Throop community life, please say with me the words that are in your order of service. For the ministries of the church in our community, we bless our offering with love and hope.
If you would turn in your teal hymnals to number 1003, I'm going to teach you all a little something this morning. Would you repeat after me? Where do we come from? Where do we come from? What are we? What are we? Where are we going? Where are we going? Beautiful, all together. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going?
As we continue in this time of centering and grounding, let us move into a time of shared stillness. I invite you to settle into your seat, allowing your eyelids to flutter to a close, or if it feels more comfortable, just let your gaze go soft. You can put your hands at your side or in your lap, or even over your heart space if you need a little extra tenderness this morning. Let us take a cleansing breath in and out together, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. I invite you to consider these words as you continue to breathe into this space. These words from Reverend Maureen Killeran. Here in this space, we are gathered, called by our sense of duty or the longing of community, called to be together on this day. Here in this space, we are gathered, called to hold ourselves accountable to our values, to remind ourselves of those hopes and dreams and possibilities for which sometimes in the rough and tumble world, it can be hard to hold on to belief. Here in this space, we are gathered, called to do our part in weaving a web of human community. Here in this space, some of us have come in pain. To those who are dealing with issues of health, we pray, we wish for peace and healing. And in the complexities of community, it is right that in this space some have come with joy bubbling in their heart. May we rejoice together, remembering the wisdom that says joys are multiplied when shared. May we remember gratitude for warmth, thankfulness for sunshine. May we pause now, and in our silence, may we lift up one blessing, one joy, no matter how small, that has touched our life this week. May our shared silence be a blessing on our hearts, on this community, and may this blessing extend outward to grace the wider world. Let us now close our meditation with prayer. Transcendent Spirit, God of many names, we are gathered together this morning in the hope that we can find moments of stillness within ourselves. May we take moments to pay attention to our feet on the floor, our hands at our side, our breath moving in and out. Pay attention to the birds outside these windows, to the sun shining through the trees, to the stops and starts of the world moving right along outside these doors. Pay attention to the desires, the pains, and the joys on our hearts. May we find the patience and the strength within ourselves to live the questions of our lives and to reconnect with the wisdom and peace within ourselves. May it be so, blessed be, and amen.
The wind of change forever blown across the tumult of our way, tomorrow's unborn griefs depose the sorrows of our yesterday. Dream yields to dream, strife follows strife, and death unweaves the webs of life. For us the labor and the heat, the broken secrets of our pride, the strenuous lessons of defeat, the flower deferred, the fruit denied, but not the peace supremely won, great Buddha of the lotus throne. With futile hands we seek to gain our inaccessible desire, diviner summits to attain, with faith that sinks and feet that tire, but not shall conquer or control the heavenward hunger of our soul. The end elusive and afar still lures us with its beckoning flight, and our immortal moments are a session of the infinite. How shall we reach the great unknown, nirvana of your lotus throne?
Amen. Thank you, Malcolm. Church, earlier this year, I set a low-stakes personal goal of reading more books. Novels, nonfiction, comic books, graphic novels, it didn't matter. I just wanted to do some more reading. I was missing physical media, something you can hold in your hand. It's one of those practices that can easily slip out of habit. Maybe some of you can relate. I finished grad school a few years ago, completed my necessary certifications, and I took a deep, long, big, deep breath. And part of that meant not looking at another book again for a nice long time. It was needed. But I do love reading, especially a really good novel, one that transports me to some new world, getting my mind whirling at the majesty of what can be built with the simple arts of creativity. So I tried picking some up again. I went to my local library, got a new card, and I borrowed a few really good books. And then, well, you can maybe see where I'm going here. The dust has taken up residence on my bookshelf, unfortunately. It's hard to transform your personal life and habits, right? It takes time, it takes a certain amount of commitment, and it takes belief. In church, all month you have been investigating this spiritual theme of transformation, big and small. How does change shape us personally, professionally, spiritually? How might we transform ourselves, and in so doing, transform the world? As Unitarian Universalists, this process is central. Reverend James Luther Adams, one of our great UU teachers of the 20th century, illustrated the main tenets of our transformational faith in his many sermons and writings. One core value being that courageous love can transform the world. And another being that revelation continues to unfurl itself, meaning the truth of the world is not sealed. It continues to show itself to us if we are willing to see it. And so transformation is baked into this tradition of ours. But unfortunately, this doesn't necessarily make us any better at it. Some of us love change. It keeps things fresh and interesting. Others hate it. Change can feel chaotic. It requires us to shift out of our comfort zone. And sometimes all we have the energy for is to remain in place. Sometimes change happens in an instant. One day we wake up and the earth feels like it's tilted on its axis, for better or for worse. Other times it's a slow-going venture, and we often don't have the time for that. The doldrums of daily living make it hard to create new patterns, just like my failed attempt at being a bookworm again. And it's this reality that got me wondering if there is an easy way to make this whole business of transformation both easier and quicker. Very of our culture and of our times, right? Perhaps you've had a similar thought at one point or another. Like, man, I sure wish I could have those muscles already without the months in the gym part. I sure wish I could speak that second language without practicing every day. And I sure wish these vacation days could spread wider and longer now without putting in that time at my job. And hey, maybe there is a way. In my initial burst of reading again, I came across the study of alchemy. I'm willing to bet many of you have heard that term before. Some may be more familiar than others. Alchemy is an ancient practice, philosophy, and science, one steeped in both mystery and spirituality. In brief, it's the study of creating something out of nothing. In ancient times, most often focused on transforming everyday materials into something precious and rare. A common experiment was aimed at turning base metals into noble metals, like lead into gold. But that wasn't all. There were attempts at creating an elixir of immortality, developing methods of healing all illnesses, producing perpetually burning lamps, and very importantly, reviving dead plants. There was a belief that there was a holy substance out there that could achieve all of these things and more. The philosopher's stone was sought after by many throughout both the Eastern and Western worlds. Alchemy captured the imagination of great thinkers in Egypt, China, the Middle East, Greece, and large parts of Europe from its earliest beginnings in the 3rd century BCE. Sir Isaac Newton, for example, had a deep fascination with alchemy. And who wouldn't, right? I mean, in our world of quick fixes and instant gratification, alchemy is the ultimate solution. It's often called a sort of magic because its premise does indeed seem magical. To turn not much of anything into gold, to cure loved ones with a simple drink, to create energy without an associated cost on the environment around us, and to save my 3rd jade bush from an untimely death, sign me up. This is the sort of transformation that everyone wants a part of. And sure, it's true that sometimes wildly positive change does blow into one's life every once in a while, but it's usually not that easy. The reality is a little bit harder. And that's probably why alchemy fell out of favor by the early 1700s. as the major tenets of the scientific revolution were accepted by general society, the allure of alchemy faded. What an exciting dream it was. The truth is that transformation takes time and effort, and it's often not pretty or seamless. And that process of metamorphosis, that process of becoming, is probably best evidenced by the humble butterfly, just like the one beautifully erected here on the chancel. You see, the butterfly has much to teach us if we're willing to sit, wait, and listen. The butterfly asks us to find joy in the process, even as it might bring moments of stillness, times of struggle, and lots of gooey bits in between. As we learned in our story for all ages, the butterfly doesn't begin life with beautiful wings flying to and from. Instead, it begins as the caterpillar, crawling across the dirt and the mud, eating as much as it can for the journey ahead. And then it's time to pause, because transformation requires rest. It folds itself into its chrysalis, a sort of protective cocoon, as growth and change continues. It is so vulnerable in this stage, opening itself to what may come. And its physical form is literally breaking down into a sticky goo so that something else can emerge. After time and more time and lots of growing, the butterfly emerges, unfurling itself from its cocoon into a completely new form. It's something of a miracle. Anais Nin wrote this poem that I think speaks beautifully to that transformation of the butterfly. And then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. This work of transformation is undoubtedly risky business. It's hard work, and it brings its own joys too. The process of becoming doesn't have an endpoint. It's about finding the lessons along the way. It's about openness to growth at all ages and stages, about finding a sense of peace in the process. It's about living the questions. As we heard earlier from Rilke, try to love the questions themselves, as if they were locked rooms or books written in a foreign language. Don't search for the answers. The point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps then, someday far in the future, you will gradually, without even noticing it, live your way into the answer. Friends, the work of transformation is a spiritual one. Much like alchemy, to transform is to inhabit a sort of magic. Perhaps we all need to lean into that mystery a little bit more and allow the rest to unfurl itself before us. Church, what is it that is transforming in your life, that you have been afraid or nervous to change, that is calling out to you? Is now the time you must take the risk to blossom something new into your life? The process of becoming requires the patience of the butterfly, the acceptance of the continual journey. The transformation from caterpillar to butterfly is no small feat. It takes time, perseverance, and yes, maybe even a little dash of magic. I pray that whatever is blossoming in your life right now may be tenderly cared for as it grows and takes new shape. And that we as a community offer one another that courageous love that Reverend Luther Adams talked about, so that we might be safe and warm places for that growth to continue with abundance. Church, may we be the people of transformation. May we transform ourselves so that we may transform the world, creating a more loving, more just, and more merciful world. May we be the people willing to live the questions. May it be so, blessed be, and amen. Church, I invite you now to rise in body or spirit to join us in singing our closing hymn, number 131 in your gray hymnal, Love Will Guide Us, number 131.
Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from grief to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from grief to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. Love will guide us. Love will guide us through the hard night.
Church, place a hand on your heart and reach out to someone else in the room. Our chalice is extinguished. We carry its light within us. May your courageous love spark the work of transformation both near and far. May you take time today to ponder and appreciate the transformations taking place in your life. May each of you go in peace. Blessed be, and amen.
Hey y'all, good job today.